All right. So it's time for some more Disco Elysium. Let's go over here. All right. I'm trying to come up with a schedule, and I might possibly try to just stream this in the future and then put it on YouTube, so we'll see how that goes. I think we're all set. Get my controller over here. Probably need to work on my mic placement a little bit too, but it seemed to be okay. Let's see here. I moved it a little closer. Okay, so last time we were playing, I had just checked out the body again, and we're coming out of there. Here we are. I'm kind of getting the hang of it here. Okay, I can level up. Got the visual calculus. Have the drama. Maybe the art of persuasion. That's what I was thinking about going with. Knowledge would be nice. But I didn't pick my character to be the smartest one. So we'll kind of try to stay with the theme. Hunches and gut feelings. I'm thinking the spirit corpse might be... I'm thinking this might be needed later on, but I'm not sure. The shivers. I'm gonna go with interfacing. I'm gonna go with interfacing. Yeah. I close here. Now let's see what we need to do. Okay, so this is timed, and that'll be Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday. Okay. Get Isabel and Laline in the Nameless Fishing Village down the coast to sign Everett's document. Once the signatures are secured, mail the document to Everett's accountant using the mailbox on the plaza in front of the Whirling. Prove your authority to Titus. You have to gain authority in Titus's eyes for the investigation to advance. Soften him up first. Maybe investigate the crime scene or the body. Look for a witness. Get help from the union boss or the company rep. Tie them to any other crimes. Talk to Titus. Okay. Someone's using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients. Okay, right. That was given to me by the lady on the boat. Ooh, okay. I did come up with a theory while I was going to bed after I played the game. And I think I know who the murderer is. And I was mentioning this person the entire time, and I didn't make the connection while I was saying it. I don't know if I should. I think maybe it's the woman who had quit the bar. I played that before I'd started recording. She quit the bar. It was like, she wouldn't tell me why. And I think she may have gotten assaulted by him. Possibly. Okay. Time to start the game. I'll try to get the hang of this. I'm gonna go down here. Oh, what's this? I've forgotten which. A good one?
Yes? Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
What are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
Good.
It is.
A policeman. Okay.
I know you are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody seems to know already. Good then.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
Maybe your husband is missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Yeah, I don't know. Right, got it, thanks.
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books.
Watch her browse the books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
I'm gonna be weird. I think. Maybe your cockatoo is missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
It's true.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, I was asking you about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Alright, cockatoo not missing. Just want to make sure.
Great.
Just one more question. What did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful.
Oh, no way. I'm really
the
gonna do
store
it.
is open.
That's all for the moment. I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
I've talked to her a lot already. Let me see here. Isabel and Elysium, the nameless fishing village down the coast. Okay, so that'll take probably opening up that waterlock and going down and looking for that guy, possibly. Oh, my my rank. Name unknown, rank unknown. It's at the right hand of the screen. I'm just noticing that. Okay, 18 years in service. 216 cases solved. Got it. Okay. 13 points in communist. 4 points in fascist. Okay. I guess that changes as I go. I'm gonna go into the bookstore. Suppose I would talk to her and ask.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
I kind of forgot I did this. Either I did this in the game and forgot about it, or my character forgot about it. I don't know what I was thinking barging in like that.
I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Oops. Oh, sorry, I didn't know about the curse.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman.
It's true.
All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
Of course, the entity. I didn't see her, but I sensed her presence.
You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
The chimney. Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course. It all makes sense now.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
Ayla.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
Okay, I'm gonna cut right here. I'm gonna take my dog out to use the bathroom. Be right back. You gotta go outside, use the bathroom? Okay, let's do it. No head. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I got her a puzzle set up with some food in it, and I got a glass of water too. Okay, let's go into... Well, I had a few more questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Uh-oh. Wait, well, maybe I'll say that. Wait, that's it? I was hoping for something more paranatural.
But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Strange. I feel unwanted too. What does it mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Why didn't you just tell me right away it's a curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism. It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
All right. What about the wards on the back door? Are these Simonese as well?
Yes, the Simonese are very crafty and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
All right, let's get it.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
a
go ahead and
nature
buy it.
enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
Let's read it. Oh wait, I have something else to interact with too. we'll go ahead and interact with this first.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Alright, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I could handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need.
Interesting.
These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
Alright, let's read about funeral cockatoos.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it. Ooh.
Yeah, I like that one. The major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
And what about the bang bang cockatoo?
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoese forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoese name bang bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
What if I'm a fuck up to? A fuck up and a cockatoo.
You're right. You're a fuckatoo embodied. This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams.
I probably should have went with the funeral one. I thought I'd have an option after. But so be it. I think I needed to...
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
I'll put the documents back. Enter the sealed door behind the bookstore and find out what happened to the companies there. Is it this door?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Got it, Kim. No need to rub it in. Let's get that flashlight. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs, they remind you of blades. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. What's in here? I'll take that. Skis with slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Money. How much money do I have? $5.30. Okay, I have to get 20. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. Ooh, nice. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Ooh.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
I will inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
I have no idea where this game is going. I love it, though.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
I think I know who to ask about this race. My friend. It's guarding the workspace.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Yeah. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. it's not really real.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
It's true. One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Let's move
Just
on.
look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
And the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Okay, I will inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
All right.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Do I ask if I should turn it on, or do I just turn it on? I think I'm just going to turn it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Oh. Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Nice. Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
Maybe.
Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian repeater station. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Ah, right. Thanks for the explanation.
That was a question.
Oh, right. Okay.
Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Is it my birthday? I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say, is it my birthday?
No.
Okay. A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
Still no.
Well, I don't know if I want to use my police force type thing. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
I don't know if I want to be weird with it. That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Maybe I could try
Tiles
printing.
of the cube
Maybe
are still
something.
smouldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Nothing happens.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna
The
remove.
filament slides out of its glowing nest. Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
Hopefully I'll find this password.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Of course, the anatomy of the curse.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Seems like we just have some revolutionaries here. Maybe... going after the business owner.
They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who was the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station. it looks like.
That makes sense.
All of this is gone, left unrealized.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay. Let's see. Scribbled across the notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Oh, interesting. What on earth? It's a bear refrigerator.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful.
Okay. What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
I'm gonna open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Cam, it's just a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
I will examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
I'll take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Magnets. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Oh. So they tried to sell ice cream from this, hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
I mean, I don't know. That
What
seems
is
cool.
even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Oh. Yeah, because it's plugged in.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Maybe the curse is just a refrigerator. Money! I think I'm gonna be fine tonight. I'm gonna be able to pay my bill. Everything's gonna be fine. I'll be able to sleep in the hotel again. There's an ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. I think Kim wants to talk to me.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
I think it looks like an undercover counterintelligence program.
No, that's not it.
No?
I
I
think
thought I was right. I think it is.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games.
Yeah.
Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Sounds cool, actually.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
How are they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
This was a role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
The curse got them. I see no other explanation. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. Yes.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Come on. I think we should.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Okay. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Okay, interesting. Over here? Yep. Frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Okay, here we go. More money, and it looks like one of those nitrous oxide thingies.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
I'll unplug the black cable first.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
I'm gonna unplug the red
An
cable.
electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Intercom wires running into the breaker box. I got a t-shirt. Ooh, more money. A cellar window, people's feet shuffling by on the street. I'll go back up here and see what it looks like.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting.
Okay, I'm gonna read that note. Should I put this on too? Can I? Oh, okay. Looks nice. A cube light crisscross of filaments. Okay, so that's the, got it.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
Remind me again, what's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
I wonder who wrote the note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe it's because of the entity.
That's implausible.
Is it? Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream... I mean, I think I know where the frozen ice cream maker is. I need to... Didn't see that first time. Let's check that out.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yes.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Good.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Turn the ice cream crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
Okay, maybe I need to turn it on again.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top. Turning the crank is all gone now. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
Pry bar not strong enough. Let's see what else I have here.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else, some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Okay, so maybe I just need to try it.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Advanced? Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a
disagree.
tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know if I should turn it off or not. Wall collapsed. It's inaccessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
The chimney. All right.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
The murder of the hangman talking. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
I'll smear my hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Let's do it.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
I am the reincarnation of an ancient... the Moron warrior?
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
Oh, I'm not gonna wipe it.
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
We're exploring this dark place, and I need the protection my war paint affords.
And this protects you.
This is traditional war paint. It will grant me safe passage with the spirits that guard this place.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yell hello into the furnace.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
It's a person.
you've awakened the entity.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Okay.
You
that
hear
works
a
too.
low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Yeah, let's go ahead and save that. And she said curtain. I'm wondering if I should plug the bear fridge back in, but I'm just gonna not do that and see what happens. Oh. Oh, I'm in the... Whoa.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists
Okay.
all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Hold on. She said...
A
curtain?
thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh, I need my flashlight. Is this Emma's Atelia? Oh. This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. Oh my gosh. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. That sounds right. This is a D&D player, alright. Is this the person?
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for
Yes.
now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Well... hold on, what do you mean by Milius?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on the window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Maybe I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly.
How strange. Well, if you're interested, my rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual.
It's tempting.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? Or maybe I should start with, hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that makes up the walls. Even though they've been repainted there's still signs of cold black spot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Maybe.
Create here.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
That's true. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
The whirling is part of the doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
I would say... No, the whirling isn't doing well either. The waitress just took off and the customers have trouble paying bills.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
The demons. because you're competent and dedicated to your craft, the curse doesn't affect people like you.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity. Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place. Or, I'm starting to see that there's no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
What do you know about the man who was lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Well, I would like a die, but I only have $11.57, and I have to pay my room. I have a few hours left, though. You know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
What about I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Whirl. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean, liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
Very true. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Alright, what about the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritta does the same thing.
Rita? I know a girl just like that. She works at the Frite as a cashier, and she's not particularly friendly.
Employing soaky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
The bear. She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Interesting. Like my cockatoo.
Scary, but cool.
Very. What's a vision beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
That makes sense.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs. The horrific necktie tightens around your neck,
Uh-oh.
strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
Grab the necktie and mumble, "Not now, you beast."
What?
Uh-oh. Do you ever feel like your vision beast is trying to blackmail the fun out of you?
No, officer. I don't have a vision beast. Normal people don't have vision beasts. Only drug-addled madmen like the taxidermists do.
What about horrific neckties? Do normal people have horrific neckties?
Neckties? I guess they do sometimes, officer. But I don't understand how it's relevant to our discussion. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
Yeah, there used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Who is Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's sort of the king around here. He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies. Indeed, who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine. He's sort of a king around here.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Probably. Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Oh my goodness.
You should have known it.
Should have.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
I didn't know insects had any rights or activists.
Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Okay. What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
I just realized I'm still holding my flashlight. Hope this isn't suspicious.
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Okay, I'll say cool, very cool about the debris, but what's the snuff milieu?
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Oh.
What does she mean, to get off on it.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
What's with the rotor blades and the skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
Well, now I kind of want to make a sword out of one. I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
Might have.
I think
I tried to
none
ring
of those
everybody.
doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I saw the name East Delta Pinball on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice? Don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, fluorography, trick-track, especially pinball.
I love pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Oh my god. That's one of my goals. If I get like financially stable enough, I would love to have a pinball machine. That's my favorite arcade game.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
A strange thing happened when I tried calling the company named Slipstream. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman?
It was.
Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie.
No, it was something else, something eerie.
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
None. I was wondering about the Whirling in Rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the Whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the Whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Sure, I'm listening.
I will go with, did someone make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist?
I figured
No,
that was
he
him.
mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
I need to know what drugs he was doing for my police report.
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals.
Ooh.
I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
That's not fun, is it?
Even you can probably do better than that.
Maybe.
You can almost see it. A small, sickly old man, hunched behind his work desk, his pants stained with old piss, stuffing a sad, stiff-legged raccoon dog. The entire scene looks tragic.
Raccoon dogs are cute. I think...
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Maybe I'll just go ahead and get a die. Why not?
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
A cursed die, any whirl untethered setting die, most extraordinary, just a normal die, my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
It's because a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
I'll try.
Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Wink at the dice maker.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
Mr. Smooth.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
I think I'm good for now. Maybe I'll get some dice later. That was cool. Okay. I want to buy more dice later for sure. Sometimes I think I'm playing this game too safe. I'm trying to be silly with it, but also... I don't know. Interesting. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Let's see what I just picked up here. Oh. Sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes overhead. The ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist vaporizing from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is prepaid. Alright. Well, I suppose I could go out the other way too. I'll get rid of this flashlight. How do I just not carry anything? I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure I want to tell her anything.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its
I did
coin
look in
slot
this already,
is
yeah.
full of fossilized bubblegum.
I kind of looked around the city and the different places that I'll probably be able to see. Is that a bag? Yes! The bag I can use, it told me, to pick up bottles, and then I can take the bottles and I can trade them for money. And I've been looking for one. I just don't really know where to look for one. Perfect. I'm not sure where to take them. There's more up here.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered at the top of each other. Are those sunglasses? Definitely putting those on. Oh wait, I have some already. Oh, those are cool. 1 logic, 1 authority. Alright. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Apartment 12, a loud rumbling snore comes from within. Snoring is scary somehow. You should leave. Oh. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Okay.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board. What are you doing?
Oh shit.
You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Oh.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
These chain cutters are broken, Kim.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
Alright. I'm gonna get my flashlight. Oh, we're good. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Got it. Kim, who is Kraz Marzov?
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Mazovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution.
Father Marzov, the hero of the working class. Salute the statue.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Why does this tenant have a bust of him in their bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Flamboyant poster of a White Star. Real lithography. A bullet and a white jacket. Oh, I'm definitely putting this on. I wonder if anyone would, like, recognize their clothes. Oh, that's nice. I forgot I had so many pairs. Conceptualization, summer plans. Okay. I guess I should start looking at what these clothes actually do for me instead of what I think looks good.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Better knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this? Demands a female voice, weary and tense.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
I don't know why I do the things that I do. Let's check that out. Crumpled up postcard depicts an open-air market in Booby Street. Less than 5 years ago, the vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. What's in here? Nice. This is locked. That looks like an important door. Let's talk to this person.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do. Not in this damp.
Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Looking for a Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
Is that what everybody calls themselves? No, you don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin Martinez. He told me he's Martin Martinez.
Pea brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez. is a name for anyone who comes from Martinaise, like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops, you really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
How about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony? You know where he lives?
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. He's going away for life. No trouble. Just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
Uh-oh.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Sorry, ma'am. Who lives in apartment number 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again, breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Do you know who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good.
Astrology?
I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door.
Okay, I get it.
He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Are you sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
Got it. Yes, you did.
The lieutenant shakes his head as though to say, let it go. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it. She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
I'll ask who she is.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
And all she
what
gets,
she costs.
too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
Okay. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Oh. Sea below looks cold and winter gray.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Yeah, and her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
A lot over there. Over here. Nice. An old grocery list on the table and checked. Oh, I'm inside of this. Someone has torn down the wall. I think I'm supposed to go more upstairs. Am I? Maybe I should close this door. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This place really is connected.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
So I've already talked to her. Can't remember if I did on the last
It's
episode.
where
but I'm
they
gonna
grow whores like
kinda go through
Pig's
this.
not half as dumb as he looks.
How do I get up there? Oh. The graffito says, firing squad for the rich. Oh, there's another door. Yes. I think there are bottles here too. Sweet. Hello.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases.
Finally,
I didn't
right?
think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Thank you.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
Okay.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Humans are bad for you, okay? That's some clever cultural commentary.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo.
Is that it? I've already said everything else. What's going on up here? Above, tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers, nail and rust. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Probably Cindy, that would make sense. Oh my god, jean shorts? Get out. Oh, I can level up, okay. I'll probably wrap it up after this, because I think I wrapped it up after I leveled it up last time, so that might be good. I think composure. Okay, I'll tune into the city. But first... Oh, they're just jeans. Alright. That's fine. Oh.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly.
Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
I almost have enough money. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Alright. I think once I sell these bottles, I'll have enough. I think this is where I'm gonna end it. I wasn't super talkative on this one, but there was... You know, there's a lot of dialogue in the game, and maybe I didn't have enough caffeine today, but I will be back. I'm gonna save this. And I'm thinking either... When should I publish the videos? I was thinking of either recording or streaming on Mondays or Thursdays. Possibly Wednesdays. I'll try to come up with a time. I'm new. So yeah. This is it. I'll see you all next week.